1 second. That's all it takes. A brown bear can sprint over 50 kilometers per hour, faster than most people can react. And when surprised, it doesn't hesitate. These are real encounters, caught on camera, when ordinary people came face to face with one of the most powerful predators on Earth. Some ran, some stood their ground, and some had no choice but to fight. A large brown bear suddenly appeared at a ski resort. A ski instructor quickly spotted it and stopped the group descending in that direction.
Hai. Ja ollaan ușurel. Cu care grup s-a oprit toată lumea, da?
At first, the bear appeared calm. To keep it from moving toward the skiers, especially children, the instructor made a deliberate decision to draw its attention. Rapid movement can trigger a brown bear's pursuit response, and within seconds, the animal began chasing him instead. This response isn't always predatory. In many cases, it's a reaction to sudden motion within the bear's environment. For nearly 3 minutes, the pursuit continued across the snow as he warned others to clear the area.
Haideți, dați-i drumul ușurel! Fui! Hai, 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 hai!
Eventually, the bear slowed, lost interest, and turned away. A hiker was passing through Mount Azuma when he suddenly encountered a mother bear and her cub. He tried to quietly create distance, but the mother noticed him. Without warning, she charged. She stopped just 3 meters away. He had no bear spray, no protective equipment. He was completely exposed. He slowly backed away, avoiding sudden movements. The bear retreated, but moments later, she charged again. Once more, she stopped short. This type of charge is a defensive bluff, a warning meant to drive away a threat, not to hunt. A large bear suddenly appeared and began moving toward a wildlife photographer. Instead of panicking, he stayed calm, stepping back slowly before crouching down. He was reaching for his bear spray. As the bear closed in, he deployed it. Almost immediately, the bear turned and ran. In bear country, carrying bear spray is critical. Studies show it significantly reduces injuries during close encounters, often stopping aggressive behavior before it escalates. In situations like this, it can mean the difference between survival and tragedy. In Odate City, a car followed too closely behind a mother bear and her cub. The mother suddenly turned and charged, striking the front of the vehicle as her cub ran ahead. When a mother bear feels her cub's path is threatened, distance becomes critical. Approaching too closely, even in a vehicle, can trigger a defensive response. In Yakutat, Alaska, seeing bears on the road isn't unusual. Most disappear into the trees, but this one didn't.
Go, hit the gas, he's right next to us.
No cubs were visible, no obvious food source nearby. Bears can react unpredictably when startled or stressed, especially if they perceive something humans cannot see. In many cases, these sudden charges are meant to create distance rather than initiate an attack. This man was mushroom picking in Iwaizumi Town, Japan, when an Asiatic black bear suddenly appeared just meters away. The bear had a cub, and she was ready to fight. At this distance, running would only trigger pursuit. When a black bear attack becomes physical, safety experts advise fighting back with full force, never turning your back, never running. The bear was likely startled at close range, but once her cub climbed a tree and she sensed it was safe, her aggression faded, and she finally retreated. A man and his cousin were mountain biking in Jasper, Canada, when a mother grizzly suddenly appeared. Riding away can sometimes create distance, but rapid movement can also trigger a grizzly's pursuit response. Moments later, his cousin arrived and deliberately drew the bear's attention toward himself. He was prepared, carrying bear spray. As the man regrouped with him, the mother bear and her cub charged in their direction. However, they stopped short of the effective spray range, which is typically about 3 to 9 meters. The bears lingered for a tense period before finally turning away. A man was fly fishing along the Teshio River in Hokkaido when he suddenly spotted a brown bear crossing nearby. The moment it noticed him, the bear charged. In autumn, brown bears feed intensely before winter, increasing the likelihood of close encounters. Fortunately, the bear's attention shifted to the fishing rod he had dropped, and it eventually walked away. A woman was riding a mountain coaster when 2 bears suddenly appeared ahead of her. In situations like this, sudden shouting or abrupt movement can escalate an encounter. Remaining seated and calm is often the safest response. She passed through safely as the bears chose not to react. A man was driving in southern Alberta, near Waterton Lakes National Park, when he spotted a mother bear and her 3 cubs on the road. Suddenly, the mother turned and charged toward his vehicle. Mother bears often charge to create space when they perceive a threat to their young.
Where'd she go? There she is.
A man came face to face with 2 bears in an unexpected encounter. Instead of running, he remained calm and slowly raised both of his hands, making himself appear larger. One of the bears approached to less than half a meter away, close enough to reach out and touch. In close encounters, making yourself appear larger without sudden movement can sometimes discourage further approach. A man was riding his motorcycle along a forest road in Hakodate, Japan, when he spotted a bear standing in the middle of the road. Clearly startled and unsure of what to do, he hesitated for a moment before deciding to turn around. On narrow forest roads, suddenly encountering a bear leaves very little room for safe maneuvering. Several hikers in Glacier National Park, Montana, unexpectedly found themselves between 2 grizzlies. While one had been spotted behind them earlier, the bear now standing on the trail ahead became their immediate concern. It began moving toward them, leaving only one option: to slowly retreat down the trail. In some situations, grizzlies will follow to ensure a perceived threat is leaving the area rather than to initiate an attack. For nearly a quarter mile, the bear matched their retreat before finally turning toward the water. Out there, in bear country, the wrong move can escalate everything, but the right one can end it. If you found these encounters insightful, subscribe for more real encounters and the decisions that changed everything.